All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a video on the three different types of loops that I'm going to go through. The first one is the while loop. The second one will be the do while, and the third loop will be the for loop. The main purpose of the loop is basically the main purpose of programming in general. You want to take something that you're going to do over and over and over again and automate it. And typically you automate it into an algorithm that runs over and over again until you want it to stop. So I'm going to throw up a few different documents into the news section so that you guys can look at them later. But this first one is called Loop Structure Logic Map. And basically what you can see here is in your program, let me open up my screen sketch. Okay, so you're coming down here, okay, and the while loop is called a pretest loop, meaning that the Boolean expression, okay, we talked about Boolean expressions with our truth tables, but it's basically kind of like a if or else statement where it's checking to see if something's true, okay. If whatever that something is true, then it's going to run statements, and then it's going to come back up and it's going to check it again. Now there's got to be something in here to break it out of the loop, all right, and so there's typically a counter. So let me go down here to the example. Okay, so I've got a variable that's number 1, it's an integer, and while this number is less than or equal to 5, it's going to print hello. So first time through, number is less than or equal to 1. So if I put number right here and I put output, okay, first time through number is 1, and 1 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello, and then number becomes 2 right here, okay. So then is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes, so it prints hello, and number becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello. Becomes 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello. Becomes 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello. And number becomes 6. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? 6 is not less than or equal to 5, so we print that's all. Okay? Print the last thing right here. Okay? So, big thing to remember with the while loop, it does a pretest. That pretest is your Boolean expression. Okay, if that's not true the first time through, this whole line of code, like let's say this is not 1, it's actually 6. These 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code, we would skip that and it would just print that's all. Okay, so that's our while loop. Let me go down to the do while loop. Okay, I'm going to have to move that a little bit, but that's okay. In our do while loop, there's a post test. Okay, I got it right here. There's a post test, meaning a do while loop is used if you want to run something, if you want to go through a loop at least one time. Once you go through it the first time, then it does the check on the Boolean expression. If it's true, then it comes back here and it does your whatever algorithm you're running. It does it again. And then it comes down here and checks to see if it's true. If it is, it just keeps looping through until it's false. Okay? So let me move down to my example down here. I gotta open that up to get my pen to work on the screen. So right here I've got a num that's 1. So I'll say number, okay, and I can say output. Alright, so my number is 1, so it does this, it just prints hello. Okay, and then it adds 1 to it, so it becomes 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? That's true, so it comes back up, prints hello. Number becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5, so it comes back up, prints hello. 4 prints hello, and number becomes 5. 5 is less than or equal, so it prints hello, becomes 6. Wait a second here. Prints hello, becomes 6. 6 less than or equal to 5. Nope. So that's all. Okay. So do whiles are helpful when you want to run something at least once. I'm trying to think of an example. You may want to run a do while loop if you're playing some sort of game, like if you got like a coin tossing game or something like that, where you want to be able to run it at least once. Or, you know, I have my high school kids build like the game Craps and try to simulate that, or like poker type games. And like if you sit down at the table, you're assuming they want to play once. So at the end of it, you'd ask, would you like to play again type thing. So that's the do while loop. Let's see, let's come down here. Last one. Okay. And this one's my favorite. I try to use the for loop anytime I possibly can. Right here we've got count, which is, if count hasn't been used in the program, you'd want to make sure that you'd put the word int in front of it, because that'd be the first time count's being used. But in count is 1. Then it does a check. Now this is also a pretest. So if this right here isn't true the first time, it's going to not run this for loop, okay? But in this case, 1 is less than or equal to 5. So, you know, I've got count and I got output, okay? And so count is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello. Then what happens is I have my counter. It adds 1 to it, so it becomes 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5, so it prints hello. Then it adds 1 to it, so it becomes 3. 3 is less than 5 or equal to 5, so I print hello. Adds 1 to it, 4. Okay, and then 5, and then it becomes 6. 6 is not less than or equal to 5, so it's done. So it prints hello, 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 hello. And this is the when you're kind of diagramming it. It assigns 1 to count, checks your Boolean expression if it's true. In this case, it's printing my statement hello, and then it increments by 1. I like the for loop because it does it all in one line. If you got a while loop, you have to remember to put this at the end of your while loop in order to keep counting, or you'll have an infinite loop. And so those are the 3 different types of loops. Let me show you what else I have that I would like to put up there for you guys. Again, none of this stuff is necessary, but it may help you think through how all this stuff works, okay? So in this case, count is 0, so we have 0 written down. And I'll throw these up here. I'll throw 3 different worksheets. They're all going to have the answers, so you guys can print them out and work on them if you like. But right here, count is 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 3? Yes, so then count becomes 1. Oops, I need to screencast this, so it becomes 1. Okay, and then what does it print? It prints, the output is count. Okay. And comes back up. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, so count becomes 2, and it prints count. Okay, and then is 2 less than 3? Yes, so it becomes 3, and we print count. Okay, and then it comes back up. Is 3 less than 3? Nope, so the last value of count is 3. Okay, and I have a ton of examples here. Let me come down here and show you these. I've got a ton of examples. There's a couple pages for each of them, and then I've got the answers. You know, on these pages down here, and you guys can go through and check your work and see how you did. This, I think, will help you think through how all these work. If you have any questions on any of them, you can shoot me an email. But I would suggest doing these. I have my high school kids work endlessly on these types of problems, so in their head they understand, at least they can read through how all these work, because the theory is that you have to be able to read how this stuff works before you're able to kind of write all this out and program this. So I would practice this before you start, you know, typing everything out. But it's up to you. You guys are adults and doing this stuff online, so you guys work how you want to work. But I figure I'd throw everything up there. I think the next video I'm going to make here is on arrays, and I'll have similar worksheets that I'd like to work through with you guys. So again, if there's any questions, shoot me emails. Make sure you guys are checking that syllabus and get that homework turned in so that we can have good grades. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks. Bye.